Hello and welcome back to the Gold Traders channel. In today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to be going through this big old box of silver. So silver is something that we deal with a lot at Gold Traders. You tend to find that quite often it's got something to say. Quite often, you know, when people go through their attics or they go through a relative's house, they tend to find a lot of scrap silver, a lot of sort of silverware and things like that. What you will notice is that silverware is a bit of a dying art. So if you have something like this, it is almost definitely worth bringing it to a metal dealer like ourselves and getting a bit of cash for it. Okay, so here I've got a whole bunch of silver goodies that I've picked out from our scrap selection, and I've also got a scale here so we can weigh it and see roughly how much the silver value would be. So yeah, let's get on to it. So the first thing that is sort of immediately drawing me is this lovely sort of ornate cup. Things like this are very typical of someone's sort of silverware collection. So something like this, obviously very, very decorative, has this really nice sort of engraving on it. You've also got the hallmarks on the bottom there, which will tell you that it's sterling silver. And yeah, let's put it on the scale and see what it's worth. So you've got about 149 grams there. So let's pop that into my calculator because I'm not very good at maths. So something like this will be worth about 96 pounds. Which, you know, for such a cute small little cup isn't bad, really. But then you have, you know, a lot bigger items that you can probably see in here. We've got this big sort of tea kettle looking thing, very decorative. You could imagine sort of someone's grandmother having this pride of place. So yeah, something like this, definitely worth a lot more. So this actually has its hallmarks somewhere slightly different. You do have some markings on the bottom that tell you who made it, but the actual hallmarks themselves are just on the side here. Yeah, so let's have a look at this one. So we'll pop it on the scale there. So this is quite a bit more. This one you're looking at 841 grams, which, wow. This one you're looking at about 546 pounds. Quite like that as well. I'm not sure if I would keep it in my kitchen, but no, quite pretty. What else have we got in here? You know, there is all manner of things, really. I would say that, you know, many years ago, having a really nice silver set was sort of a big thing for a family. So you get everything: spoons, silver sugar dishes, salt pepper shakers, obviously kettles, trays. Just about everything comes in silver. And if it's silver, it can be sold. So again, you know, some lovely little silver spoons here. Some more hallmarks on the stem just there. Not a lot of weight to these, just under 100 grams on that one. So not a lot of value in these because they don't tend to weigh a lot individually. But typically, if you have a set of silver spoons, which most people do because it's a set of silverware, it can add up. It definitely can add up. Something that you may find in many people's silver collections is something like this, little trophies. At one of my previous jobs, we used to handle a lot of silver trophies. The amount of people that would sell these was incredible because people don't use them anymore. If you're getting a little trophy and you want it to last the test of time, you typically get plastic. But I mean, who really wants plastic? Again, you've got some hallmarks just here on the top of the cup there. You won't tend to find a lot of value with these because they tend to be quite light. So you've got 155 grams there. But even then, if it's something that's just been sat sort of gathering dust, you might have a bit of a treasure hoard, you know, sat in an old cupboard somewhere, because this stuff does add up. What else have we got in here? Now this to me is absolutely adorable. I'm not really sure what this is, to be honest. It definitely wouldn't hold a liquid because you've got all these gaps here. But yeah, to me this is adorable. It's so petite, so beautifully made. Yeah, I love these kind of things. Let's have a look. Oh, Something that I've always found quite interesting, little toast racks. I don't think I've ever seen anyone ever use a toast rack. And yet, there are so many of them made from silver in the world. Maybe there is someone in the world, some lovely person with too much money to spend, who loves having a little collection of toast racks. Certainly not me, but someone. Again, you've got the hallmark on the bottom here. These hallmarks are actually very, very clear, which is lovely if you're trying to identify what the item is, where it's from. But yes, very good hallmarks on these ones. We like to see it. 73 grams, not bad for something that's sort of quite small and dainty like that. What else? What else have we got? What else have we got? We're running out of space on the table here. I'm actually going to pick out one of my favorite things here now. So, if I do a bit of a rummage, I'm gonna, noise warning here, a bit loud. It's this thing here. I have no idea what this is in terms of its intended use, but I absolutely love the design of it. I think that the way that the silver has been textured is absolutely stunning. Not a lot of weight to it, and it says, so this says sterling silver on the base, but I don't see any hallmarks. So what you will find in the UK in particular, hallmarks weren't a legal requirement until 1973. So if you have anything that's older than 1973, it might not have a hallmark on it. That doesn't mean that it isn't real. It just means that you may have to do a bit of digging to find out what it is. Exactly. I am quite fond of this. I'll have to find out what it is. So the weight on this one, you're looking at 385 grams. I like this has a really lovely texture to it. So I don't think I can really go much further without acknowledging this, which is a ceremonial celebration bowl of some sort. This is the kind of thing that is a little bit sad, I think, about sort of silver being less popular and people not really having much use for it. This is a lovely ornament. I'm sure whoever sold it got a good little penny for it. So let's give this away and see how much it's worth. 395 grams, so not far off our little container here. And yeah, that's sort of most of the highlights. You know, you have a lot more things in here. You've got this little bowl, which I believe would have originally come with a sort of glass holder of sorts. You know, you've got your sort of sauce boats, but again, not really used anymore. Got another silver dish, lovely little display dish here, very solid. You've got the hallmarks on the bottom there. Gorgeous little thing. So we also have a lot more spoons, big old selection of spoons here. You can get some money for it. Happy days. So having a silver collection isn't something that's very common anymore. You tend to find it's a bit of a tradition of the past. If you happen to find a selection of silver somewhere, whether that's in, you know, a loft or a family member's cupboard or something, you might have a whole treasure trove that you don't even know about, which is quite exciting when you think about it. Something to be aware of though with silver collections is that some of it can be silver plated, and if the item is silver plated it won't really hold any value as the base metal is going to be the majority of the weight, and that isn't really worth anything. Thank you so much for watching. As a prize for getting through this video, I offer you this lovely trophy that definitely says the Best Viewer Award. I don't know if you can read it there, it's very tiny. Don't look too closely. If you'd like to see more content like this, please let me know. I have really enjoyed going through all this stuff. I find it quite entertaining, sort of rummaging through and seeing what we've got. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.